now the last one for this afternoon session, which is also another great speaker. I have a privilege to know her and meet her before we start the project. I think that's almost close to 2 years there. So I would like to welcome Miss Cecilia from Royal Canin.
Hello, hi, thanks, Pat.
Yeah, it is almost 2 years, yeah, Cecilia.
Yeah, I mean, time flies. It was as if yesterday we just met. So
I know. Just the whole pandemics really make us like, yeah, time really flies. But I hope I can see you again soon. But go ahead, the stage is yours, Mrs.
Yeah,
Cecilia.
thank you. And you know, yeah, I'm a big Singing user. I'm also buying a lot of my electronics from Singing, and I'm also a very close friend to some of the Singing guys. So you know, great sharing. Yeah, let me just share my screen here. Okay, right. Let me know if you can see my presentation. Okay.
Yes, it is loading. Let me just give it a second. Still loading. Hold on.
It's loading. Okay. Are you able to see?
Okay, now it's loaded. Perfect. Great.
Okay.
But
so
actually we yeah, now this is the correct one. Okay, good.
Okay, great. And you're seeing the whole presentation, right? Not the one with my notes, huh?
Yes, the one with the presentations. You're good.
Yes, okay. Thanks so much. Okay. So yeah, welcome everyone, and thanks for the organizers and Park for inviting me today. So I will go through a few slides, you know, just some experiences from my journey with RC, and also then have a bit of time for Q&A, hopefully at the end. So yeah, let's start. I just want to introduce, you know, a bit about myself. So my journey with e-commerce has been, for the past 20 years, working in various e-commerce, digital sales and marketing roles. You know, I was part of the eBay Southeast Asia team, and then when 11 Street from Korea, they came to Southeast Asia to set up their own platforms, and I joined the Malaysia team, and then subsequently joined Samsung to build the online business. And now I'm currently with Royal Canin, more than 3 years already with them, leading the e-commerce and digital functions. So feel free to add me on LinkedIn. And at the end, I just want to mention, you know, I'm a big traveler and foodie, you know, love food, and I'll share a bit more on that topic later. So, all right, so let me share a bit about the company. So RC, Royal Canin, is part of the bigger Mars group that own many of our beloved brands. So I'm sure all of you grew up with Mars, Snickers, M&Ms, and also we have the pet care category where we have Whiskas, Pedigree, and Royal Canin. So RC, I'll address it at RC moving forward, easier to describe this, is positioned as a super premium brand within the Mars group, okay? And it's offering a lot of tailored nutrition for cats and dogs. So we have specific breed products like for Labrador, for Golden Retriever, and that's why this is how we differentiate versus the other brands, right? And Mars Pet Care is actually the leading company providing pet care and pet food. Why? Because it is not just a manufacturing company. I'm not sure if you're aware, but Mars owns a lot of pet hospitals around the world, okay? And we believe, of course, cats and dogs first. So everything that we do, it is all about the cats and dogs first. I'm sure a lot of you are pet owners at home. It could be your beloved cats, your beloved dogs, your fur babies, you know, and we really always think about them first in everything that we do. So RC, offer pet, like I mentioned just now, tailored nutrition to pets, and we are always working with different stakeholders, different partners, different customers to enable digitalization, right? So it could be for web services, it could be telemedicine, it could be subscription, home delivery, and definitely I'm going to share a bit about the Indonesia experience with you guys. So, okay. So before I share about the RC experience, I just want to share a bit my personal experience with you, and I'm sure all of you can relate to me. The pandemic year, 2020 really changed all of our lives, right? So this was a photo. Why I shared this photo? This was a photo that I was having some dinner with my colleagues. It was 17 March 2020. It was the day before the lockdown in Kuala Lumpur, okay? And we all know what happened after that, right? Everyone was on lockdown. All the countries then went on lockdown. And after this dinner, we bid farewell to each other and say, hey, because initially we thought the lockdown was just going to be 2 weeks, and we say, see you in 2 weeks. But then we actually only meet each other again for dinner 6 months later. This is where we live today. Until today, COVID has actually, with the Delta variant, has been quite serious in many of our countries, including in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And so we are still, going through this pandemic. So what I'll do is I will just change this photo to a black and white one. I don't know when we'll go back to normal, but hopefully everyone is staying safe, and we need to embrace this new normal, right? So what is new normal? So what happened was, we used to work in the office, right? And what is happening today is, we are all working from home. We are conducting our meetings virtually. When we have any trainings or any workshop with your customers, everything is done virtually, right? In fact, some of our customers, they say, hey, let's stay safe, don't come and meet me, let's do a virtual visit instead. So it is the new normal that all of us are adapting to. It has been tough in the beginning, but I think we are getting there. I think we are already quite used to this type of working, how we are meeting today as well. So, I just want to, draw your attention to the photo here, right? This was actually one of our first few meetings together with the Indonesia team. And you can see, some of us, the photo is upside down, some of us have some cats and dogs and babies, just another day, just another day. So, and I'm not sure about you, but I think we are all quite annoyed by today is that every time when we share a meeting, we share a screen, we say, can you see my screen? Or people are just talking when they're on mute. So I think this is some of the interesting things that we're all learning to adapt to. And then, I told you that I was a big foodie and love trying new stuff, new cuisines in different restaurants. But however, during pandemic, when we're on a lockdown, not able to visit any of these restaurants. In fact, now we are not able to even dine in. So what do? All of us become master chef, right? We're doing our own cooking, take away. And I'm not sure if it's just me or everyone around me are growing plants at home. Okay, I'm really bad at it. All my plants are dying on me, but I hope you guys have better luck with that. So yeah, okay. So let's move forward with the topic that I want to share today. So this is not new. I'm sure all of you have seen this before, right? Who led digital transformation of your company? And it was SIRCLO as COVID-19. It is true. So the rush of everyone going online was because of COVID-19, right? Shops are closed, and those that don't have an online presence really struggle because footfall basically from one day fall to zero. So what do we need to do to ensure that that we are prepared much better, in the long term, because COVID is here to stay, guys. So, what does it mean for all of us? What does digital transformation actually mean, right? So it's very simple. No matter how big or small, I think we need to go back to the fundamentals, okay? Laying the foundation of where you are. It doesn't mean that you're a big business or small business. There's nothing you can do. There's always something that we can do. So small organizations, unfortunately, before the COVID-19, they were very slow to embrace this, right? They will say that, oh, it's okay, I'm very busy. I always have people coming to my store and I'm totally fine with not doing anything online at all. But then when COVID hit, all the shops were closed, and then this is when a lot of businesses actually have to close down or they have to, unfortunately, lay off people. And so immediately during the lockdown, what we did, right, Canin as an organization is we actually conducted multiple online workshops to help our customers. These are the pet shops, the vet clinics that you see in your countries. And we start with the fundamentals again. Are they searchable online? For example, if you go to Google and you search for pet shop near me, vet clinic near me, are they searchable? Are they there or not, right? If they are not even searchable on Google, then how will potential pet owners be able to find them, right? So this is the first thing that we ensure that all our customers are searchable online first, and then we slowly do other things. And I'll share that with you a bit more later. Okay, I'll just pause here a bit. I think I talk a lot. If you have a camera, or you can go to your web browser, go to this particular website, Slido, and you key in 267741, or you can scan the QR code. have a quick poll that I want to ask everyone. Let's see what's the result. So the question is, do you shop online more or less since the pandemic? Okay, let's see. Let me have a look at the score now. So feel free to scan the QR code, or you go to Slido and then you key in the code 267741. Aha, okay, I'm seeing some response coming in. Okay, I'm not surprised at all. So yeah, so I'm not surprised at all. So I'm seeing over 90%, over 90% is saying that you actually shop online more. About the same is coming. Okay, but anyway, 88% of you guys are saying that you shop more online. So it's not surprised, but maybe because of the target, all of us here are in digital, maybe a lot of us are, and that's why now it's 91%. So yeah, that's where we are today, right? So a lot of us staying safe, staying at home, and really doing a lot of our shopping online. Okay, great. So in 2020 was the year that changed everything, like I mentioned. So for us, that has been an advocate for digital transformation, right? So from what we are seeing is the first line there, 5 years of digital transformation happened in 1 year. It's really good. It's really good for digital transformation and generally, and also for advocates like us that always encourage businesses to go digital. But it's very sad as well that it needs a pandemic for it to get there. Okay, so 70% of Southeast Asia consumers actually went digital in 2020. Great news for us. And I just want to jump a few lines, and 43% of the respondents said that they will now shop online for packaged groceries, right? So of course, pet food is in groceries, and it has expanded 3 times for the total groceries market. So, and trust me, this trend will continue despite even though COVID will slow down, because people are already have a great experience shopping online, and they are, they have experienced the convenience, and they will continue to do this, as a new normal. Okay, so, because of the lockdown, there was a surge of new digital consumers. So those first timers, right? Maybe your parents, your brothers, your sisters, they have never shopped online before, and then suddenly they have no choice. They start making their first purchase online. And you know what? A lot of these new consumers will continue to shop online, right? My personal experience, my mother is saying that, hey, now I have the Shopee account or the Lazada account, I'm going to shop for my vegetables online, and it's like, great, great, really good development for even my parents. So, okay, for all of us brands, SMEs, we need to embrace omnichannel as our new normal, right? To ensure that we cater for the needs of the new consumers. And here are some recommendations by Facebook and Bain to be successful in the new era. So we need to first develop internal capabilities in our organization and build partnerships to know consumers in depth. And we need to, of course, capitalize on each online moments. In RC, we call it the golden moments that is important to consumers. So for example, during the pandemic, a lot of pet owners start to buy kittens and puppies. And when this new owner, they buy a new kitten, what they're going to do? They're going to go to online and search for what is the best food for my puppy or kitten, right? And when we know these are the touch points of consumer, what do we need to do? We need to use data to be able to help the pet owner to make the right decision at this important moment of their dogs and cats, right? And finally, we need to do a lot of test and learn, because there's a lot of new buyers coming on, and we need to do a lot of test and learn and optimize the shopper journey to ensure that we always deliver the best consumer experience and convert each opportunity to become a sales. All right, so before I share the reckoning experience, I just want to, share with you guys what's happening in the industry, because a lot of you may not be aware, right? Like I mentioned, a lot of during the pandemic, a lot of pet owners start buying new puppies and kittens, and it's a really great trend because they need a pet, to help them through the difficult times, being on lockdown and staying at home, and it was quite good. So what happened was, because of this, there's a lot of innovation and creative new technology that comes up around the pet ownership. And what we saw is, there are new medical drones in the pipeline. You saw this during the pandemic, and pet wearables, right? So pet wearables are something that you can put on your pet, and then you can detect some functions, the health condition of the pets, which is really delivering a lot of excitement within the industry. And this is in the testing stage. This came out in the news. Of course, RC also play an important part in behind the scene in supporting a lot of these initiatives. Is to, for example, there's some dogs now that is able to detect COVID in just under a second. So in the future, you don't need to go through a test, and then it takes you 24 hours to know the result. Maybe a dog will just smell you and you will know that you have COVID or not, right? So it's also rather scary. And finally, RC this year is our first time being a major sponsor in VivaTech. VivaTech is the largest European technology event, and we also showcase some of our new developments and also be part of the European tech scene. All right. So with that, let me go back to RC. So again, I always start with the fundamentals, which is very important, right? So as the pandemic hit, we went back to a lot of fundamentals. In fact, RC has been on the digitalization journey for many years. But what fundamentals do we mean? So the moment pandemic hit, we actually have a pet health guide on our website. This guide will teach pet owners, because a lot of pet owners, they're not able to go out and walk their dogs, for example. Then how can they manage the health of their pets during this time, right? And then of course we have we activated the where to buy. It's easy for pet owners to find out, where are the offline shops, where are the online shops, and if they have concerns, they want to stay home. We also have the buy online, where they can directly link to our official channels, where they can do the shopping very easily and have the products being shipped to them, right? Okay. Right, this is a very interesting, we call it the omni-channel project in Indonesia, where we work with ICUBE, Magento, our agencies like Narada, Gojek, Midtrans, right? To you, it may look like an e-commerce website, but what is important is the technology behind the website, is where we work with all our pet shops in Indonesia and become all our stockist point, right? So we don't have a central a warehouse like the typical e-commerce business. For example, if you're staying in a city in Bali, for example, and then when you check out, we will locate your location, your delivery location, and then we will send this order to the nearest pet shop, and then Gojek driver will immediately go and pick it up and have it delivered to the pet owner. So a lot of the pet owners will receive the product within 15, 20, half an hour, but we promise within the same day. Okay, let me play a video for you, and then you will see what this project is about. Yeah, so there we go. So, we actually launched this website on February 2020, right before the pandemic. So the timing was just right. We never knew this was coming. So can you imagine, we help our partners and also pet owners through the difficult times. Oops. All right. Okay. So, apart from that, our official store, we also have, of course, definitely our shop within all the marketplaces, like Lazada, Shopee, and Tokopedia. What we do here is slightly different. Our strategy is slightly different. We wanted to reflect a super premium brand experience, and it is also fully connected to our CRM system. And I will tell you a bit more about that later. And we use this channel to really recruit, drive a lot of education, and then of course, definitely sales conversion. So why do I say that? So for example, if you look at the banner there, your kitten is not a cat. What we do is you click on that banner, we will give you a lot of information regarding your new cat, a new kitten that you just brought home. How should you keep it safe? How should you keep it active? And then in the end, of course, we give some product suggestions. So it is kind of like education first, and then we end it with a sales conversion. So when I talk about CRM, what does it mean? So in Indonesia, we just launched what we call the Royal Canin Club just last week. It's super new. What it does is, it is an app that you need to download. And for the pet owner, you will get rewards. And for every bag that you buy from Royal Canin, online, offline, it doesn't matter what channel, you will start getting points. With the points, of course, definitely you can redeem gifts, you can redeem voucher, you can redeem products, a lot of great excitement. For pet shop as well, we do not forget about them. They also have their point system. Whenever a pet owner walk into their shop to redeem something, they also need to do a scan, and then they also get rewards at the end. And we have a lot of targeted content. For example, if you use the app and you create a profile for your cat, of course, we will only show you content related to your cat, right? We are not going to show you content related to your dog. But if you have a cat and a dog, you will get both content of a cat and a dog. So it's super targeted. We're going to share a lot of promotions related to your breed. For example, if you have a Persian, we are only going to share information related to your Persian, right? So it's a super targeted app that we hope to directly engage with pet owners and also keep them engaged and retain these pet owners within our ecosystem, because we have a lot of great and exciting things in the pipeline for all of you next year. So do download this app. It's on Android, it's on iOS, look out for it. Okay, nothing new here, just a typical marketing funnel. But I just want to share a bit when I say we are a super premium brand, how do we do our typical marketing funnel, right? So at each funnel, what's important is to have different targeting audience. And different messaging, really, where we need to define KPIs. We need to do a lot of A/B testing and test and learn to reach the right audience. And for us, as a super premium brand experience, driving the quality traffic that leads to an actual sales conversion is super important for us. So we always measure all the traffic that comes to our website, to our social media channels. So at the top of the funnel, we really focus a lot of education. I cannot repeat this more enough. Always about education, the health of the pets to start with. And then in the middle funnel, we will do a lot of webinars, online workshops, pet expo, whether online, offline, and also a lot of events that drive the conversion down the funnel. And finally, of course, we have our multiple e-commerce channels, including Facebook and Instagram shop. We also activated that and to drive that final conversion. Okay, so I just want to also share a bit about this, which is very important to us. During the pandemic, we support a lot of our partners, right? So for example, at the top left, you will see we conduct a lot of free online webinars, workshops. In the middle, we support a lot of shelters. At the bottom, you will see that we also activated a lot of home delivery programs for our partners and really teach pet owners how to get those products. And of course, not forgetting our online partners, we also support them in the online journey, optimizing their website to ensure that they have enough stock to sell to the pet owners. Right, my last slide is really for all brands, for all SMEs, for all companies, the digital journey is different, okay? And I would really advise you to have a conversation with your customers, with your partners, with tech partners, with ICUBE, with the total ecosystem, because it takes everyone to make things happen, right? So something that we like to say in Royal Canin is collaborate to accelerate. And that's it, actually. Thank you so much. Park, back to you.
Thank you, Cecilia. Let's see if we have any Q&A from the audience. Let's give them a couple minutes here. So, I mean, while waiting, I have a question to you. Which one is harder to convince, your own team going digital or teaching those pet store to join into your program and going into the digital? What is the challenge there?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, you know, what I'm observing is just 3 years ago, you always need to start internal because internal education and convincing is actually takes up more effort, you know. So, but now what I'm observing is that I think all brands and all companies are already convinced, right? Digital transformation is required, and that's why you really don't need a lot of internal convincing. It's just a matter of educating what's in the pipeline, why is it so important, and how are we helping the whole ecosystem, not just ourselves, but really that's why we believe in you know, really helping the whole ecosystem to do this together again. Yeah. So yeah, so much easier now internally.
I mean, for the pet shop also, I think when you do it, it's right before the pandemic, like you said, right? I think they're still asking why should I join and stuff like that, right? I think right now the benefits like right straightforward. You give them full benefit of opportunity for them to join. So I guess like you said, it's all about education and teaching them about this, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, before because when we were recruiting a lot of the pet shops, it was before the pandemic, right? And yeah, they were asking a lot of questions. You know, what is this about? And we are happy because a lot of them within the whole Jakarta, you know, you remember we launched in Jakarta. A lot of them really joined us, and you know, our sales actually double after pandemic, right? So and now people are totally convinced. So it's very easy for them. You know, they just need to have a head count to take the orders, and so easy. And the Gojek driver will come and pick up the product from them, right? So yeah, it's good.
Got it. Now, very more generic questions. I mean, since you are in handling the Southeast Asia in general, right? You see Indonesia market, Malaysia, Singapore. What are the biggest differences as well as the similarity on this region? I mean, in terms of like the digital buying expectation or things like that?
I think, you know, generally in Southeast Asia, of course, you have the more developed countries like Singapore, right? And Thailand is really developed as well. But the emerging markets, you know, for example, Indonesia is definitely one of it, Vietnam, you know, super exciting countries that now it is still in the beginning and really high potential stage. And you can see, I think Indonesia will be the next growth country among the whole, you know, the total Southeast Asia to be really embracing mobile first, app first. And I, you know, it's so dynamic now. You know, you can see the Gojek, you know, and Grab, you know, going public. You know, so yeah, so lots of exciting activities happening, and definitely Southeast Asia is all eyes on Southeast Asia.
Yeah, it is. I mean, imagine Amazon takes so many years to do the same day delivery to prepare that. We are in Asia, it's just overnight with the Gojek and Grab. Now we can do same day delivery almost like everywhere in Indonesia. So yeah, you're definitely true on that. Well, it seems like there's no question. Let me just double check on the messages also. Make sure. Yeah, seems like everybody happy and just keep saying great sharing, Cecilia. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate for you to come and sharing with us. And I hope I can see you soon again.
Yeah, hopefully after the pandemic, we'll see you again.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Obviously, we conclude the afternoon sessions. We still have the late afternoon session. After this, we're going to have a quick break to give you time to stretch, have some snack. I know it's a very long day, but I hope you guys enjoy every sessions that going on the whole day today. Just to remind you, all the session is recorded. So if you wait for 15-20 minutes, this whole 3 speaker session will be available again for you to rewatch. The same thing on the one on the earlier session as well, as all available for you to rewatch. And please don't forget to visit our sponsor booth. Please enjoy the lounge to connect with people, take the times. As well, there's the games and a lot of activity that you can also participate. So don't forget to enjoy. Just one quick note, there is an issue with the iOS of the Interprofile on interpretations embedded into the Hubilo. So if you need an interpretation from the session, you can download actually the app. For this Business One session, the token is MMID 2021, all cap, and the smaller case A. But please reach out to me or Ayu if you need help with that. Otherwise, the website and the Android should work directly with the Hubilo on the interpretation interpreter function. All right, thank you. Have a nice break and see you soon. Let me see what time is the next one is at 3 o'clock. So see you in 30 minutes. Bye-bye.